Mic check, mic check. There we go. All right. Yeah, let me calibrate this mic. I just switched my mic over. Uh let's see here. Mic check, mic check. Probably add filter. Mic check.
Erosion level.
Oh, hold on.
Perfectly in line with the market session of your
Mic check, mic check. Yo, 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 yo. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I like it. Compress. Oh yeah, no. Oh no. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Open plugin. All right. Open plugin. Mic check. Yo, yo, yo. That's the one. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Um, it's not terrible, right? Yeah, pretty solid. Expander, noise, open plugin. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Mic check. Yeah. Wet. Yeah. It's not bad. It's a lot of compression. Bring down that compression. All right. Yeah. That's clean. That is clean. Look at this dump. Yeah. Mic check, mic check, mic check. OBS, I need you to mic check, mic check. OBS, yeah, it's this one. Bring this down. Yo, mic check. Yo, 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 mic check. All right, I like it. That's gonna have to do. Sorry, just calibrating this mic. All right, that works. Cool, cool, cool. Turn the music up maybe ever so gently. Or turn my mic down. Yeah, mic down. Yo, yo, yo. All right, so we're chilling, waiting for 10 a.m. as usual, right? But the catch is dun, 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 oil, right? We talked about this yesterday's trade. We saw a sharp decline at the open for oil, and now we're seeing the same exact thing. Makes you wonder if oil is truly weakening. If so, this will turn bullish, similar to what we saw yesterday. More times than not, not every day is going to be exactly the same, but yeah. Um, just looking around 9:45, we tap into this 8:30 bearish, jumps lower. Yeah. Clean sell. Pre-market at least. Clean pre-market sell. So we'll see if today actually gives something clean. I don't know. But so far, extremely, extremely clean trading week. I think this is the first time we've caught 4 trades in a row going into a Friday in a long time. Very long time. Very long time. Very long time. I typically don't trade on Mondays. And then this Monday, we ended up catching a banger. So technically, the week is complete, right? You know? The week is complete. Complete. With a potential, bonus trade for today. Maybe. You never know. But I'm loving the SMTs off of these lows. RTY still hasn't broken these lows yet. So we'll see. Can't really draw up a short right here, right? So if we go, let's go just do a top-down analysis for the last few minutes here. Remember that weekly open from NASDAQ that was never filled? This apparently looks like the draw. We tap into the gap, we run higher, and then we pivot ever so strongly back down 2 weekly levels down here. So if it's going down, that's your draw. And if it's yeah. So if it's going lower, I could see that, but then you also have these relative equal highs here on the RTY where price has been respecting these lows and could try to bounce, right? So if we go down to the 4-hour now, we'll see where could price find support, and we have a beautiful, I thought it was going to be this 4-hour down close candle, but if you zoom, you'll see this tiny little bearish pivot here. The last bearish candle before this beautiful rally. Price could want to dip into that one more time, maybe even sweep lows that are next to it. Maybe even tap into, like we talked about, these weekly levels and then try to bounce. Anytime you see price sell off over aggressively after taking a high, that's just a retracement algo in my eyes. As you can see, every time we take a high here, we sell off, bounce. Took a high here, sell off, bounce. Took a high here, sell off. Now you're looking for the bounce. Wow, this is a strong move lower, guys. RTY was way up here. Now it's back underneath here. It's almost guaranteed to continue lower now, right? Let's see if we can find some plays on that. I'll just keep going down to the time frames and seeing if we get some order blocks. Okay, cool. So this gets my interest. This failed attempt to go higher here. This order block would be where I would want to short from if I'm shorting the higher time frame. That would be a clean area, but there may be some order blocks being created inside of this 2-hour engulfing move here. So let's take a look. Yeah, the 30-minute breaker sitting right there. That'll be the optimal short entry for me. Yeah, this is bleeding. So as you can see, I'm just highlighting order blocks down below that price could try and pivot off. We are still in these areas, so obviously these are bullish areas as well, but this catches my attention down here. Yeah, man. It's going to be an interesting Friday, but super chill Friday. You know what I mean? I'm not thirsty for a trade at all. Like I said, hopefully everyone's having a good week so far because this week has been pretty volatile. Pretty volatile. Zilla short, bro. Zilla has like this I don't know how to call it, but he has this model where you can get inside of the macro. He drew up a short off of this. It's very accurate. And it just dies. So yeah, notice the gaps, right? We're leaving gaps behind, so I'll keep those in mind. You could potentially see price return back to this ish 30-minute gap here and put some order blocks that I may try and use. All right, you guys know me by now. Gaps mean nothing unless there's a order block to go with it. So, like for example, here, right? A lot of people may see this gap get filled, and then they see this rejection, right? A lot of people may see that. But me, on the other hand, what I see is the gap get filled, create an order block, which would be right here. And this is where I want to be getting my information from. Notice price respects this order block. This is your short compared to this. Because this right here doesn't mean anything to me. This right here could end up stopping you out if you just think that the gap is going to hold. You can wait for some order block confirmation inside the gap, try it then, stops above there, and then that's your short, right? Gaps are simply like areas of interest, but order blocks are where you take your trades from, if you ask me. Yeah, we're chilling though, bro. I don't really see much to go off of. The one thing I do like though is this specific failure here, right? So notice we did not tap this gap. Let me clean up these charts a little bit. So notice how we do tap into here. See how this 930 candle taps into this gap? RTY is very weak and was not able to tap into it. That's a very bearish type of deal there. And you get a strong move lower. If oil can start showing some life up, then maybe the shorts are a good swing type of deal here, but yeah, we're chilling, man. Got paid last night. Oh man. Immediately bought more accounts. So I bought these Lucid accounts, man. Lucid Pro. As you guys know, I do not like when a prop firm tells me I have to win 5 times in a row before I can take a payout. So the Lucid Pro, you only have to do 3 winning days to get your payout, which is I'm okay. You know, I'm okay with that. So I wonder, what are you guys thinking so far, man? I love this. So if I had to draw this up right now, right? Because you know me, I like to wait until 10 a.m. But if I'm drawing it up based on what I just showed you guys, I love when Price offers that obvious SMT with beautiful volume off of it. If I just go down here, you can see we have some bearish gaps that we can work with. Maybe a 15-minute. Yeah, look at that. That could literally end up being the only PD array that gets revisited for lower today. You know what I mean? So I'll keep that in mind. We saw something like this a couple days ago where it was giving you the gaps pre-market or pre 10 a.m. Oh my goodness. This is dying, bro. Yeah, it was giving you gaps pre 10 a.m. and then all it did was retrace into the gap and short. So this could be that type of day. However, anytime I see price overextend this far, I naturally give up on it because whatever objective it's going for is nearby, right? It's not just going to keep going all the way down to $0. So unless there's some terrible news, right? So the first thing I would do is check the news, make sure there's nothing crazy. And if there isn't, I would abandon the shorts until you see some type of pullback, right? Maybe you get a short up here, but do not short down here would be my idea. You know, the basics. Unreal selling pressure, man. Makes you wonder, where's Bitcoin? Oh, everything is bleeding. What's up with Bitcoin today, man? What is up with the crypto king? I was saying it yesterday too. I'm like, if Bitcoin keeps leaking lower, bro, the rest of the market is going to follow, bro. Nasdaq is going to follow. We're not just going to keep making all-time highs while things like Bitcoin and oil are supposed to be the hottest topic right now. But somewhere out there, I know someone is buying this the first 1 minute inversion down here. Someone's gonna buy the first sign of flipping. We're chilling, guys. We're chilling, man. We're chilling. We're chilling. All right, so yeah, 10 a.m. Power 3. Let's get it started, right? What's the game plan? We see that the weakness is overwhelming here. We have these targets below. This previous weekly level here is what I want to target on NASDAQ. ES, same type of deal. We see it, price stops right before it. I like that type of um, generation of liquidity where you just stop right before it. 10 a.m. opens higher. And we have bearish PD arrays up above, bearish areas of interest, whatever you want to call them, sitting right above here. So I'm going to move these bullish ideas to the side here until we see how these bearish gaps hold. All right. I like this entire range for short. Also, notice the previous daily low. Break underneath it, retest it, fail to get back through it. Price could struggle around this area here. Definitely could struggle there. And same with RTY. We have generated some beautiful lows in here, right? But the thing that gets my attention is this gap right here. So maybe price fills in from this high all the way down to 2860s. It's almost there. So any rejection up here, it's almost, you have no choice but to try that short. That's the first perspective here. That is the first perspective. All right. So that's my read. That's my spiel. Hopefully we get something clean off of it, but I'm chilling. Like I said, guys, monster week, close to 3K on the week across the board. Yeah. Nothing else going on here. It's important to, have certain targets. And once you hit those targets, bro, just go into cruise control, especially on a Friday, right? Fridays can really, how you say, be stagnant, or Fridays can be a continuation of what we've seen throughout the week. We've seen some really good volume, so this current volume is not shocking. I would love a short on NASDAQ back down to that weekly high or this weekly open. Also, I want to know which one's stronger today. So let's look at ES versus NQ on the hourly. Which one is stronger so we don't short the stronger one? Okay, look at ES here. ES blast through this high. More manipulation there on ES. Same thing happened yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, look at that. Look at the SMTs you're seeing over and over. So ES is not the one I want to short based on the higher time frame. Multiple swings that were not taken. Over here, you see that subtle weakness there. And then you see something like this right here, yeah. So you can see that extra manipulation on the higher time frame from ES. So I'll probably end up shorting NASDAQ if we get a good idea going here. And there may be a 30-minute gap that forms. Keep an eye on this 30-minute gap. It'll close in 22 minutes, but this 15-minute is solid for me. Unless we create another 15-minute, then that'll be, I feel like that should be your 30-minute, right? We'll see. Man, it would be so nice to catch a clean short here because I don't see any reason for the buys just yet. Notice that we immediately show strength at 10 a.m. The algo is kicking in. All right. So this is where the waiting game begins. Clean up my charts a little bit here. And let's see what happens. We are tapping this previous weekly high here. Let me extend that over previous weekly level. We still I haven't tapped it. All right, cool. And like I said, the 15-minute chart is what gets my attention here. I like this beautiful, either the 15-minute or the 30-minute, right? So we'll see. Boom, 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 boom. Zoom in a bit so we can lock in. Why is this one way over here? I'll be streaming until 12 o'clock today. Will not go past 12 o'clock. So let's hope the move happens soon here. If there is a move, right? If there isn't a move, we don't care. All right, nice, 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 nice. I think Obi might be sick or something. I haven't heard from him. Hopefully he's good. There goes some speed higher. I think I'm gonna update my music. It's not really giving me Friday vibes, bro. Let's change the song to where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think this one's fine. And I think I have one more. Maybe speed it up a little bit. It's not terrible. Let's see. I think I got one more. Let me see what this one sounds like. Need some new tunes, bruh. Oh, this one's not bad. Hold on. That one's not terrible. Yeah, I like this one. New sounds. Turn it down just a little bit. All right, yeah. You see 10 a.m. trying, bro. It's trying hard. And it is just ever so weak right now, man. It's only been 12 minutes, though. So give it a chance. Notice price is tapping right into this 5-minute order block. And it's showing immediate rejection already. If price starts to slam lower and get up under 10 a.m., that may be your cue to try to short back down. Oh my goodness, 100 points. Short like that. Something like that to the draw below, but all depends on how these bearish candles start responding to this bearish order block, right? If we start showing clear 5-minute strong bearish closure, then I would try that. The narrative is pretty much already set. Yeah, we might have a new soundtrack for the next few days, bro. I like this one. It gives off that we're just chilling. We're just enjoying our day here. There just so happen to be some candlesticks that we're looking at. You know, I hate to feel like everything's all about trading. That's not my MO. Simply because that's how you are when you first start trading and you first start making money. You're like, bro, I need to lock in. I need to be on the charts. I need to be making money. But in reality, it's not really about the money, bro. It's just about enjoying what you do and being good at what you do. That's really it. Good job, 10 a.m. Opening higher here, pushing beautifully. We're about to close another 15-minute gap here on NASDAQ. ES, let's check it. Please say no. All right, nice. So we avoided the double fair value gap on ES and RTY. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna see a little more bullishness up into this upper gap here. Nice. So there we go, right? Clean expansion right into this bearish area of interest. If I'm looking at the lows, I'm looking for any clues that price may want to continue. I don't see it simply because we do sweep this low on every single chart that I'm looking at. That's a good sign for a simple retracement and dump. If there was SMT off of these lows, then I would consider maybe this could bottom here and try to go higher back above 930, but I'm liking this bearish profile a lot. I like it a lot. 10 a.m. rips higher aggressively, rebalancing. Let's go ahead, pull out a Fibonacci and just keep an eye on certain levels here. Like we mentioned, ES is stronger, so ES should pull back a little bit deeper than NASDAQ. Got that 930 high. I'm taking the fib from the 930 high to this swing low here. Now you see we're entering, I can put 0.68 on here. Why don't I have 0.68? Boom, 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 boom. Nowhere to be found. All right. Let's do 0.68. All right. Add that in there. Why didn't it go? Oh, it's not negative. Sorry. 0.68. There it is. Got some fib levels to keep an eye on here. Cool. Cool. Healthy retracement here. Excellent retracement. Volume is A+, man. Oil starting to rebalance here into a very obvious order block here that held up multiple times before. All right, so this area right here seems pretty strong. You got a nice accelerated move into here with a nice wick off of it. So I would anticipate a bounce there. Same thing here. I'm anticipating short, right? So if this 15-minute gap is gonna hold, what's gonna happen is you're gonna see order blocks formed somewhere inside of here that essentially give you your lower high, right? You get that break lower, lower high, retest, dump. That's what I'm looking for. Wow, this might be the setup right here, right now. This is an aggressive move, man. This is an aggressive move. Let's see how these 5-minute candles end up closing here. Got this bullish gap here. Obviously, you want to see this get taken out if you're bearish. So I'll highlight that. Zoom in. Let's get ready to roll here. Hopefully it holds this gap for now. I don't want to see it short so soon. Those make me uncomfortable. I like the manipulated move. You know, you get the initial sell pressure, push back up, sweep it, reject it, show more selling pressure. Then, you know, the tables are set. But if it wants to go lower now, that's not a bad idea either. Just got to break this gap here. So let's see. You said how is the previous weekly low at 750, not 675? Oh, it's multiple, bro. I have two. There's two weekly lows in this area. I'm sorry, not weekly lows, weekly levels. So when you see PWL, it doesn't mean low. It just means weekly level. Previous weekly level. So that's a previous weekly high at 750. Then there's a previous weekly low, actual previous week low at 675, the one you're talking about. There's either a weekly open here or a weekly high sitting right here. That's why I have it highlighted. Let me actually look at ES as well. Should be some weekly levels in here. Yeah, hold on, let me do this. Yeah, so there's a previous weekly level here that I can highlight. Another one here. And then obviously there's one there as well. But that previous daily low aligns perfectly with it. Yeah, I think we go short here. Let's see. Let's see. Down to the 5. How did that close? Beautiful inversion. Yeah, let's see here. I want to know how this candle looks on the 1 minute. Oh, this might try to run, bro. Don't do this. Or it might leave that 5 minute gap for us. Let's see. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't take this one. I like this low right here to be displaced. So you see this down close candle, bro? It's all the same. It's funny. Like not time. Candlesticks are so fractal. The same way I can break down the higher time frame and understand where I want to be short from or where I want to buy from or what a real break of structure looks like. Here's your breaking structure. We had this last down close candle before this rally into the bearish gap. I need to see price underneath here before I consider a short. There's nothing in between that makes me think that this is a break of structure. Right? You do get a strong 5 minute bearish close, but you don't get a break of structure with it. So I don't care about that. Here, you do get that break of structure. You get this closure through, but that's only on ES right now. I'm looking for it all across the board. That way I don't have any second guesses about this short. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. 1 minute chart. Yeah, so these are starting to look extremely weak, man. 15 minute. Yeah, we're chilling. I think this goes lower, but I'm hoping for a cleaner setup here. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm just gonna highlight this first bearish candle as my first sign of bearishness. And I want to see how price. See this has order blocks that are being broken. This has a decent bearish gap sitting right here. RTY doesn't look bad for a pullback and a continuation. But there's gaps everywhere, bro. This is so lame. Yeah. Just gotta be patient, bro. If it takes off, I can't even be upset, but I'm looking for a clean setup here. Simple break and retest as always, right? Break and retest. So this could be your break here. We're breaking this. Something like this. Maybe we just bounce off 10 a.m. one more time and then you get your short. But it is starting to shape up nicely here. And when in doubt, get off of that 1 minute chart, bro. Oh my goodness. When in doubt, get off of the 1 minute chart. So you see this low right here is really what I'm watching for that break on NASDAQ. We know NASDAQ should be weaker. So if we're bearish, this will break here. ES is already breaking it. Nice breakthrough. And we're leaving behind bearish gaps that I would like to use for a retest. You know, so it's pretty clean. It's just we're waiting for NASDAQ here. 5 minute candle about to close again, and this one might be your setup here, bro. This one might be it. Yeah, I think you have to try this short. You get that failed attempt to go higher. This candle opens at 10:25, about to close. Yeah, if we pull back into here, this specific area right here, we pull back into here, man, and it holds, I'll try that short. It's just so clean right now. Can't let it hit this low first, though. If it takes the lows out, then it's over. Trade complete. No reason to short it after that. Yeah, I like this. Notice the previous daily low. We flip it, fill the gap, immediately get back up underneath it, and now we're leaving these bearish areas sitting right here. If price can respect that, I want to short out of there. It'll look something like this. Maybe stop above this upper gap. Oh no, these candles are massive. I'll probably go like a 60-point stop, nothing crazy. Stop above this last attempt to go higher, this up close candle here. I would put my stop above there. If we start to turn out of here, I would get in with like a 75-point stop, something like that. 70 points actually. 75, not bad. How many contracts would 75 points be? And then I'm just targeting this like 1.25 here, nothing crazy. 90 points or so. If I were to take this on, oh, that's NQ, bro. Get off NQ. We need to flip over to MNQ. I did all that analysis on NQ. There goes your 1 minute gap being filled. If we start to reject it, like I would anticipate 70 points, like I said, it would be okay. And then I'm looking for about 90. 85 is fine. Create limit order. And I'm going in with 1,000 on evals, 500 on funded, the usual. Oh yeah, it's about to try to run here, huh? So 7 is 1,000, 4 is, all right, cool. 7 is 1,000, 4 is, for the 500. All right, got my risk set up here. Now let's wait for an entry confirmation. I'm looking for a closure through these bullish candles. Some sort of plain and obvious rejection, right? That's all I'm looking for. And then we have this new 15-minute candle opening. So I want to highlight this low here. I would want to see price get underneath this previous 15-minute low as well, so that we know price is ready to rock and roll. 15-minute. Yeah, so we'll probably get a little later entry based on that low. Yeah, not terrible. Probably like something like this would be the trade. 29,820. We get back in that area. I am short with a 70, maybe 75-point stop. But if price turns inside of here, this should be your protected high, right? Let's say price puts in the top here and then breaks lower. It shouldn't work its way back to this high which is about a 50, 60 point stop. But you know me, I'm okay with adding 10 points to an area that I think is going to hold. 70 is cool. And we're pushing back into that upper area here. I'm watching the clock as well. Always check the clock. Make sure this 30-minute candle does not try and change the narrative on us. Clean up my charts a little bit here. Don't need the fib. We clearly respected those levels. Boom, 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 boom. All right, yeah, I like it still. See if we can turn out of here. No entry yet, of course. You'll see when I get in. I like this area right here. This up close candle and this fair value gap. I would anticipate that to hold. Same thing over here. Up close candle, fair value gap. So let's see. Let's see if we can pinpoint this reversal, or does it just rip higher? Who knows? But that's why patience, man. A lot of people might have just put an order in this gap or just tried to just short it off of this 1 minute inversion or whatever the case may be, bro. No. Patience, bro. Inversions are for impatient traders, if you ask me. That's way too simple of an entry model. Inversions are everywhere. So what happened here? Price is pushing up into this upper gap. No respect to this lower area. So now let's see. RTY. Yes. Look at that. Nice. Good patience, man. We're chilling. If price wants to hang out inside of this 15-minute gap for an hour, it can do that, right? And it can still be bearish. We saw that earlier in the week where we had this. It was the same setup, bro. It was the same setup where there was a key area where price was hanging out, and it stayed in this area until 12 o'clock and then dumped all the way, killing all TPs, and we caught an instant bang, right? Right? Price will try and lull you to sleep at times where it just makes you feel like it's not going to do anything, or it tries to get you to fall for the manipulation. So it stays in this manipulation phase a lot longer than typically expected, right? It may stay in manipulation for a couple hours, and then finally when it's ready to deliver, you get those delivery confirmations. But for now, not much to do but chill. This blue line is going to tell us a lot here, right? This is that first drive into that 15-minute gap. You got a 15-minute closure in the 15-minute low here. The closing price is what gets my attention. Price holds this level. There's no reason for me to think about shorts. Vice versa. We start getting under here, it should continue to trend lower. However, good patience so far. Give yourself a round of applause if you have not taken any stupid trades so far. Look at how close 930 is. All of that selling pressure that we had at the open, we're literally a few points away from the 930 open here. So anybody who was in FOMO shorts, they're dealing with a lot of heat right now. Flip over to the higher time frame. Pay attention to these highs here. Oh, we do have this 30-minute gap. That's where price is headed, guys. Let me go ahead and revamp here. I'm going to erase these 15 minutes. You can see exactly what price is doing here. Price is headed towards the 30-minute gap instead, and we'll probably get the same protocol, the same type of reaction I'm looking for in the 15-minute. It should happen in this 30-minute here. Should happen right up in here. So I'm gonna revamp my analysis, move on from the 15-minute gap. There was two of them. Now we can isolate that down to a singular 30-minute. Really clean there. And I want to see how price responds in that gap instead. Blue line can stay. Now we're talking. Let's go. Let's go. And now you see what? You see ES is reaching into it slightly here, ever so gently, tapping into that area, already showing rejection. Yeah, I think this is going to be that point of interest, bro. So let's keep our eyes open here. All right, this is the plan here. Let's see if that plays out. Build up some LR here, you know, generate some swings going into it, and then dump off of it. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna get something to drink, man. You guys find something to keep you busy while we wait. And it's 10:40 here on the stream. No trade so far. No trade so far, but absolute stellar trading week. I'm hoping that you guys are picking up some of this price action and turning it into payouts, man. Like, this is the time of year where you're supposed to be securing payouts. Like, price action doesn't get any better than what it's been. And the longer the year goes on, price action gets worse. So, especially during like the winter months, summertime can be bad as well. So, I'm just going to flip to this 30-minute, keep my eyes on this 30-minute here. And I'll be right back. Yeah, this 30-minute should give you all the clues you need, especially if price starts to SMT off of this 10 a.m. high. ES takes it out. Remember, ES is slightly stronger, so we expect stuff like that. That's not ES, that's RTY. I need to make these logos more. Yeah, hold on. Let me go change that. I need to do something about that. Settings, scales, value, symbol value, overlapping labels. High, low, hidden, previous day low, status line. There it is. Background. Did that just give me a background? What is that? Indicators. Oh, that's the indicators background. Why not? But title, symbol, name. Name, symbol, name, S&P 500. Yeah, I think that's better. Logo. Oh, just put the name, the symbol, and the logo. There we go. Much better. Much better, my friends. Save as green and black sniper protocol. Apply to all. Now, when I apply to all, it didn't update on this one, so I gotta go in here and status line, logo, symbol, apply to all. There we go. Now when I look up there, I know exactly what I'm looking at. Sometimes it's hard for me to see it. All right. So RTY fills it in here. I'm watching close. Yeah, bro. What time did RTY fill that in? Let me mark that out. Watching closely here, man. Make sure it actually takes that high. Can't even get anything to drink. It's starting to get interesting, huh? Definitely wicks that high. All right, there it is. Just want to see where that gap gets filled. and how price responds. There's a bullish gap here on RTY that would need to be taken out. All right, cool. So that's a good rejection. Yeah, I think we're going to be chilling. Should buy us some time here. I don't want to see it try to run without me, so I'll be right back. All right, yeah, so you definitely want to see a clean flip from that 10 a.m. high. Whichever one decides to break it, it's fine by me, but just looking for a clean flip here. The flip has to be extremely obvious as well. And it has to be a higher time frame flip, right? So we see these levels in here that have been created. A strong flip underneath those sets the table. And we're still holding this lower 15-minute here. We'll see. Just got to stay on the higher time frames because if we're truly bearish, the volume is good enough to where I think we can hit a lot of these targets down here today. Like, this is pretty short-lived. I think maybe it even goes down and fills in this gap if it's bearish enough, right? There's a lot. RTY has that same type of level here that I would be looking for. NASDAQ versus ES. Let's see. Any gaps? Yeah, this down here is the ultimate target. That massive gap up, we want to see that get filled. And the volume is strong enough today, we could see that happen. We could see. It's not that far away on ES. So yeah, no trade so far once again. We're just waiting for a nice, clean flip. This will be beautiful if we flip this blue line on the 5-minute and on the RTY. Flip this bullish gap here. Start breaking this low. I'm going to start looking for the shorts all the way back down, probably past this weekly level, down a little lower. See if we can catch a bang. Bro, all these super hedge funds and all these massive investors in the crypto, they're just posting about how much drawdown they're in. It is ridiculous. One guy sitting in 1,000, 100,000, 100. Okay, yeah, he's sitting at $10 million. I'm sorry, $10 billion in unrealized loss. Pure drawdown. Imagine being in $10 billion of drawdown. Oh my goodness, I would cry. Especially after being up probably, let's say you're up like 2 or 3 billion and you think, oh, this is the greatest trade in the world. I should just hold this and never sell. Then you wake up on a day like today and you're like, uh-oh, I'm down 10 billion. That is disgusting. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm looking at this from two perspectives, right? Let's say this lower 15-minute candle, 15-minute gap holds. I'm looking for order blocks in here, right? You see this order block starting to show some rejection. That's what's getting my attention. You see it starting to hold up here. We drove into it, put this up close candle, close underneath it, push back into it, and it's showing that maybe we might start to, trend lower, right? Just give it time because these candles literally don't like to show the real truth until the last 30 seconds of the candle, right? It's disgusting. So you just got to really just be patient here. looking at the chat. Have you tried ICT higher time frame candles? Yeah, I've used that before, but um, I just don't mind clicking back and forth. Don't mind it much. But as I mentioned, this 30-minute gap is starting to. Price has decided not to move any further after tapping into it, right? And this candle's about to close in 4 minutes. So this is already giving me signs of divergence that I like to see for shorts. Failure to tap into this gap, which I feel like we should, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have to, right? You never want to hold price to a standard. It does not have to fill this gap simply because we've already tapped into this 15-minute on both charts here. And you're starting to see the weakness out of that area. So if price wants to start going bearish, it'll start breaking. Oil still in that area. There we go. All right, you see this level trying to hold down here, but for whatever reason, it just will not go higher. And now we have a new 30-minute candle on the way. So as I mentioned, just chill, wait for this 30-minute candle to close. At this point, this candle is not going to be the candle to deliver you to TP, right? Once you guys hammer that 30-minute concept, that 30-minute logic into your brains, you start looking at the candles differently. Like let's say even if I had a really, really good setup here, let's say this was perfect. I'm like, yo, this is about to short. And then I look at the clock and I say, well, bro, it's about to be a new 30-minute candle. Chances are the new 30-minute candle is going to open and go opposite of the way I want it to go. So I should just wait for that new 30-minute candle, wait for it to show some type of respect to the idea that I have, and then short the next 30-minute candle, and then you'll be surprised. No drawdown. All the drawdown happened at the beginning of that new 30-minute candle. You waited, price flipped, you get in, TP, and no drawdown. Like every single one of our trades this week, no drawdown. Straight delivery candles, right? That's the goal. You really just want to find that delivery candle and trade that one. Skip all the manipulation candles. So this is clearly not going to deliver lower. If you're bearish, you don't short this candle. And you see, oh, why is it magically holding this low? This is that 15-minute candle low. You would expect that to hold if the manipulation isn't done. You expect this to break if price is ready to go lower. RTY is the only one that's showing that bullishness. So this is going to be the one that gives me my clue for the short. Once the RTY starts to look bearish, then I'll start trading the shorts, Just heard from Obi. He's cool. Say he was sick. I kind of figured that's probably what it was. Young Obi got sick. Somebody send Amazon. Send some meds to Obi with Amazon, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can tap. out, but you should be able to hear me, yeah? Can you hear me, bro? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I can't hear you though. Let's see. Yeah, your audio is off. Let me do this. See if that matters. I don't know. Got Obi in the chat. I just can't hear him. I don't know why it's doing that. This is you. Let me see. Oh, I can hear you now. There you go. There he is. I can hear him now. But here goes these shorts, bro. I was just drawing up a short. All right. Let's see if we can play this short right now. We got to wait for this candle to close because this could easily wick and turn bullish. Fat amount of time left in this candle. Yeah, I can hear you. Uh-oh. Let me do this. I don't know, bro. I can hear you, Obi, but if you join into the stream, you can hear me there. Hold on, let me message you real quick. He said, "Send Obi some California rolls." Man, what's happening in here, bro? Are we getting this close? We still got so much time left, man. If so, if this ends up closing on a decent amount of volume here, you know, then it'll be all right. That'll be a decent setup. That'll be a decent setup. Boom, boom, boom. Just waiting for some confirmation here, bro. It's starting, right? You see how this area of interest is, it's nothing bullish going on. So all we have to do is be patient. But at the same time, I only plan to trade until 12 o'clock today. So if there's nothing clean within the next hour, I will be running away. Maybe 12:15. Maybe 12:15. You know what I mean? But nah, I can't. So let me do this too. Let me highlight this gap fill right here. The gap was filled right there. We had a clean. Bro, this is starting to look bearish, bro. This gap right here. Look at this. 15-minute. Boom. 5-minute. Oh, no, that's not too clean. No, I'm all right. I'm okay without catching that. Yeah, I'm chilling. This is just, it's not as clean as I would anticipate, but it's still shorting as if I just can't beg it to give me a good entry, bro. We see the gap fill. We got this massive close through here. So when I go down to the 1 minute, I'm looking for, yeah, you do get a nice shift here. Wanted to wait to see if we could fill that 30-minute gap. We filled the 30-minute at what time? Over here, it was at 10:30 exactly. So after 10:30, what was the setup? That's what I'm looking for, the post 10:30 setup. We are dumping now. All right, so post 10:30, I want to see if things make sense. So we tap into the 15-minute gap. We got to close. Yeah, it would be this candle right here. This 5-minute candle right here. But we're also getting this, like I mentioned, right? You tap into here, you get the order block, break, retest it. And now we're breaking again. This kind of confirms that this order block up here is the catalyst. This is where the move started. We filled in the 15 minute, gives you a 5-minute bearish. We retest it. We chop around here, and now we're starting to break. That's what you want to see. All right, so now if I'm looking and I say that this is your catalyst, yeah, it's just too choppy for me to really be like, oh, I want to for sure short this or short that. So I'll just wait for this 15-minute to close here, see if we get a retracement, and then I'll short one of these order blocks. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm going to chill here. I'm going to wait for this 15-minute to close. That way I know for sure that anything inside of this 15-minute bearish is what I want to use for my trade. If this closes just like this, all I would do is just zoom down into this 15-minute structure and then try to find a 5-minute or maybe 2-minute order block or something. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be, yeah. Yeah, if this can close pretty strong here, that's going to be the beginning of the move for me. Like I said, I'm anticipating a decent move lower, so I'm not really afraid of getting in underneath 10 a.m. And then we're going to get this 5-minute OB. Drives into the 30-minute. Yeah, this is looking clean. You just want to see a strong 15-minute close here, and then you're going to get that shift over here on the RTY, which is what matters the most, to be honest. You want to see all three of them looking bearish. RTY starting to look bearish after tapping that gap. You're going to get this flip here. Oh, yeah, guys. Let's go. This looks like a beautiful continuation, and it's moving slow, right? So you don't want to FOMO into it. You want to get a good entry price here. If it takes off, whatever, but you want to just get a good entry. Maybe we bounce off this 10 a.m. price here just to give you a second retrace. And then you get the short from this 15-minute area. All right, so we already see these 5-minute breaks. I'm just looking on this close. All right, yeah. So with this 5-minute close here, I'm watching this for a pullback to go short, guys. That's the game plan. I was hoping we filled that 30-minute. We failed to fill the 30-minute. SMT'd off the 30-minute. Respect the 15-minute. 5-minute break of structure. And now I'm looking for a algorithmic entry at a good price here. Technically, you probably could short like this, but you'd have to have an extremely safe stop. Not knowing how far it's going to pull back, that's ridiculous, right? So here, you just wait for price to pull back, see where it puts that lower high. If it puts it anywhere around here, that's perfect. Now I can put my stop above that lower high, get in a little late, right? Make sure it starts to turn. I can put my stop at like 70 points again, and then just target something like this. That would be the plan for me. Booyah. A boosha. So what's the top-down analysis? Sweeps 10 a.m. right here. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm tripping. We did not. Yeah, it wouldn't be off of this, bro. It would be off of this. This is the one. This move at the 9:30 open is what solidified the shorts. And then you push back into the 15-minute, and then you get, yeah, you get that 5-minute flip after pushing back into the 15-minute. Where was it? So yeah, let me redraw this. It's the 15-minute gap, not the 30-minute. I was hoping it would hit the 30-minute. So there, we drive into it. We had one flip here. That one gets swept. Here goes the next flip here. Yeah, so yeah, you should start to see some clean. Bro, all these gaps are being filled except for RTY. You could short this right now, bro. Look at all these 1-minute gaps being held. This is ugly. The more I look at it, it's like, man, I was hoping that 30-minute, it would have cleaned things up a bit. You know what I mean? But 15-minute gets filled here. We push up, we break structure, we push up, break here. This was your, bro. This was your short right here, bro. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna catch this, bro. It's too ugly. I was hoping that 30-minute could give us a fresh playing field because there's too much chopping here. Like, and the RTY ruined it, right? If the RTY would have respected this order block as well, which I guess it did, it just swept the high. Right, you see how this order block gets broken here? I don't like that. But all it did was just sweep it. And then now look, it's right back to the course of events that we expect. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's kind of ruining the trade. And we just took this low. Let's see if we just bounce, bro. I want to see a push back in this area. If I was to draw up a short, I don't think it's gonna be a good idea anymore, man. I think I missed it, to be real. Like, if I was using strictly the 15-minute, let's just draw that up. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone, bro. I think I'm gonna just not trade today. This wasn't the best delivery, right? So we see this drive here. What time is the drive? 10:15 is when the first 15-minute gap is filled. I'm looking for a 5-minute flip. We get a flip here. Beautiful. All right. Now when I look at the lower time frame, I'm like, all right, where's my market structure shift? I was like, this one, it pushed up into here. I was gonna try to short here. That's what it was. I remember now. Remember, I was hoping that this lower gap would hold. We break through the lower one. We break all the way up into the upper part of this, and it's just like, I'll wait. And then what happens after that? We get another one here at 1040. If I look at 1040, and I'm like, all right, where's my market structure shift from 1040 to 1045-ish? There isn't anything clean in here. 2-minute. Yeah, see a bunch of chop. And that's where it lost me. So I was like, I was hoping to short out of this one with a clean move. All right, so what about this one right here? This order block right here. It's gone now. It's gone now. This is the type of day where you probably just had to short in the first inversion or 5-minute inversion here. That was your trade, yeah. Man, bro. it just wasn't clean enough for me, man. But this is as simple as it's gonna get, I guess. A simple inversion. SMT off of this high with the RTY inversion, bang, shorted, and you're free to go. Entry should have been at 11 a.m. with the RTY inversion. Target's way down here, something like that, right? But if you're looking for a clean ROC model, it has to happen on all time frames. There, yeah, see, now this is clean. This is clean, right? What do you see? You see a 5-minute strong close from a specific area of interest. You see the blue line get broken with that 5-minute close on the NASDAQ. So that's a good sign that it might start going lower. And then on that 5-minute close, so from 11 o'clock to 11:05, I need to see a market structure shift on the lower time frame. There goes your shift, right? We have a clean shift. Yeah, this is your catalyst right here. This 1-minute bearish gap. That's your playmaker right there. We got the 5-minute. We got the one. This is exactly what I was looking for over here. The 5-minute with the 1-minute shift. Look how ugly this shift was. I'm like, nah. 5-minute again. I'm looking for a 1-minute shift with some type of trend shift gap. Nah. And then finally, boom, you get it here. Let's check the RTY at that time. At 11 o'clock. Was that the same? Oh, yes, there it is. So we might be able to get RTY on this short here to the low. Because RTY is ultimately way weaker than all of these. And I think we go lower. So if we can respect these areas and we didn't fill those gaps, yeah, this is nice. RTY left it open. I think we can pull back, hopefully, to mitigate these bearish gaps here and then continue lower. You just got to keep your eyes on how price responds in these areas, because you could try to SMT off of that low. Yeah, look at this beautiful shift here. Might be a 5-minute gap. Yeah, bro, there's a ton in there that hasn't been filled. Yeah, so this will be the POI here. If RTY can get back up into here and respect it, I'm shorting it. Clear that out. And the same thing over here. We have two bearish areas that should continue to hold while the RTY does some dirty work. Maybe push back up. 10-minute, 5-minute gaps. Yeah, bro. So that, yeah, this is what I was hoping to see on every single, like, ES gave you a decent shift here, but ES was the only one. And then the second one wasn't really too clean. I didn't see any bearish gaps that I like on the 1-minute or the 2-minute. Oh, maybe the 2-minute was the key here. No, because, I'm looking for a shift. Yeah, there was no shift on the 2-minute. All these up close candles never broke. This is your first shift, bro. Yeah, we're chilling. If we can get back in this area, I still like shorts. That's the catch here. Every shift over here didn't really fit my profile. Second shift didn't fit. This shift right here, this is a valid break of structure. This is what you call a break of structure, guys. And then you have this gap here. Bro, there's so many gaps that could hold. That's the sad part. If it wanted to pull back to this one, it could. If it wanted to respect this one, again, it could. If it wanted to respect this new one down here, I'm looking for ones that are pretty much in the exact same areas, like this one here, and maybe this one up here, yeah. Something like that. Yeah. And like I said, keep your eyes on that 30-minute, but I don't see any real signs of weakness here on the higher time frames, except for shorts, right? I don't see any real threats from the buys at all right now. All right, so yeah, 15-minute gap fill, 5-minute shift. Let's see if there are any 2-minute gaps left open. RTY is the only one that left gaps open, man. Everything else is This might be it right here. That you could probably end up shorting it from down here. I just don't want to rush this type of trade, man, especially on a Friday. But I love the idea, right, at the same time. So it's just like, come on, just give us a discounted entry. That way I won't feel bad about shorting it at a good price. You know what I mean? I'll be too nervous to hold a short down here. If I shorted it and it starts to push up, I'm going to immediately get out. Have no sense of confidence of shorting down here. Even though it could, like I said, there goes your 2-minute gap. Look at that previous weekly low on RTY, bro. This might dump. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It probably will, bro. It probably will. It should, like, it should. But I just can't trade it, you know what I mean? Just can't trade it. It'll be all right. This one wasn't the cleanest, as I mentioned. But at the same time, this is where you want to be short. Oh my goodness, bro. If RTY would have filled the gaps, but I gotta stop. I gotta stop that. 2 out of 3 is definitely still good confirmation. Because ES did fill this gap. And it did turn. And it did offer finally a clean. Yeah, that's the trade, guys. That's the trade. I'll just watch it go without me, but it wasn't the cleanest, man. That's the trade. I was hoping for an entry here. Was ugly. I was like, all right, maybe we get an entry on this bearish candle. That one didn't displace. And then when it finally does displace at 11, I'm looking and I'm like, let's wait for the close. It closes at 11:05. All right, we had already filled that in. And then now you gotta wait for another close. Yeah, that's not my model. I would have wanted this gap to be left open at 11:05. It was already filled. It was already going. So now you get a new gap, 11:05 to 11:10. It's already being filled. Nothing. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Good read on price. It's just not. It's not fitting what I would want to see, guys. Unfortunately, maybe you guys caught it. Let me check the chat. Let's see. Yeah, it is a lot of chop, man. But it's like, man, it sucks because this is like, we drew this trade up at literally the time that this candle closed. At 10 a.m., we knew that shorts were to play. This is crazy because you see this same inversion model, right? Somebody probably took this inversion, 5-minute inversion, get stopped out, right? 70 point, get stopped out. And then another inversion happens. And then that's the one that gives you the dump. 170 handles. But we're chilling. We're chilling. I think this was a solid read on price, man. It's just, I wish the volume was a little bit better. Typically, we catch this move. Typically, we catch this move, man. That sucks. And I keep looking to see, like, what was the play here? This is your first 15-minute break here. Gap fill. Bro, we might still have a shot here, bro. We might still have a shot. This is your first 15-minute flip. This is your first 15-minute order block. We still have this higher time frame draw. RTY is still above 10 a.m. We might still have a chance here, bro. I'm going to use this 15-minute range, right? For the remainder of the session. I'm going to clean up all these other ideas because those were patchy, right? This higher time frame is clean. We tap into here. The same way I like to see on the 5-minute, strong 5-minute rejection, we just got our first strong 15-minute rejection. All right, so I'm going to use this 15-minute rejection for structure here. All right, clean that up, blase, blah, boom. Do the same over here. Let me save it so it should reflect over here. Doesn't do it. Good job. That's my pivot, and it might be already tapping into it because we are, yeah, I'm moving a little too slow here. I got to pick this up. It might try to run off of this. Notice we already retraced back into this. Is there any 5-minute gaps? It is a 5-minute gap. I'm about to short this, bruh. I'm about to short this right now, bruh. Look at it. 15-minute displacement. Retrace back into the 5-minute gap. How did it respond in that gap? It dumps. 11:20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're already filling in that gap, bro. I hate when it does that. Oh, ES didn't fill it yet. All right, cool. So yeah, that's the play right there. We got the 5-minute gap fill here. Same exact sequence. Yeah, I'm gonna try this on. Watch this. I'll probably just do evals, but I'm gonna try this. Gap fill, 15-minute bearish. We're inside of this bearish candle. Power of 3, as we mentioned. RTY is still above 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. opens higher, fills the gap. First 15 minutes strong rejection. Break structure on all the lower time frames, 5-minute included. With this 5-minute break of structure, I'm just looking for gap fills. Retracements, not even gap fills, just retrace and hold. And then now, when we put this retracement in here, we should see a 1-minute or a 2-minute gap. 20 to 25. There goes your gap here. Let me move everything to the left. Hopefully ES can fill it, which it should. ES is stronger, right? We should fill this 1-minute gap, maybe a 2-minute gap. Excellent. Yes, that's our play right there. That's the play right there, my friends. Erase all of this. 2-minute bearish gap. I'm watching you. 2-minute bearish. I'm watching you. Okay?
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Ha.
2-minute bearish. I am watching you. No one else. All right, here we go, bro. I'm locking in here, guys. 5-minute chart. What time did this close? 11:15. Right at 11:15. What do you notice? Price pushes up higher, slams lower. Bro, I like this a lot. Are we tapping into it yet? No, not yet. Oh, maybe. Not yet, no. Watch it not even tap it, bro. It should, though. It should tap into it. It's 11:27. I think we get the play at 11:30. 11:30 open higher and just dump like no tomorrow. Right? Correct. Yes. Let me just take a deep breath here, make sure I'm on the right side of things. We had this 15-minute protocol. So higher time frame sweep, boom, 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 fills the gap. We were just waiting for a 5-minute displacement. Once you get that 5-minute displacement, we see a subtle pullback here at the low and then close. Underneath 10 a.m., RTY still above 10 a.m. What about NASDAQ and versus ES here? Where's my 10 a.m. price? All right, yeah, look at that. Look where the order block happens, right off of 10 a.m. So we have SMT off of there. I'm just looking for a pop into one of these gaps here. And I'm going to short the NASDAQ as NASDAQ is weakest, right? We haven't revisited 10 a.m. ES has. Come on, give us a pop into there. We got these equal highs sitting here on ES as if it's just saving this for 11:30. This could be so clean. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Save this. Get off of this. Move over to the micro like I should be. Why won't it save it? Oh, save it. It will not update across. All right, whatever. Where's that gap sitting at? Gap is sitting at 11:20. Beautiful. There it is. And look at what price does right at as we approach 11:30. This is your gap right here, my guy. So yeah, top-down analysis shows bearishness. We wait for some sort of gap fill to create order blocks. We create this 5-minute order block here and we displace off of it. Now I'm just looking at this displacement leg and I'm looking for price to retrace into it and show weakness. We've already done that. And notice we break that 15-minute low. It should serve as resistance for price to go lower here, ideally. Are we tapping that gap yet? Come on, fill the gap. Oh, ES just filled it. ES just tapped into it. If it tries to run here, I'm going to try to short this, bro. No hesitation. Stop above 10 a.m. And we're going to see if we can just catch a 1 to 1.2 on the flip lower, 70 points. Beautiful. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And now we watch the same point of interest on the RTY because it's the same exact setup. Previous weekly level being hit. Bearish gap being filled. We should probably take this high, similar to what we saw over on this move where we manipulate the highs on RTY. Let's see if we can get a manipulation or something over here. But long story short, this is the gap fill. We are inside of that gap. All right, so the games have begun. 7. Oh, crud. I can't. Why can't I trade? Oh, there it is. Cool. Connect a visual for you guys. We are in the gap. There goes that selling pressure. Get ready to short this. And I am going to short. Seven micro, right? Yeah, I was about to say, please don't do that. Nice rejection there. RTY should be rejecting as well. Not bad. Oh, let me put my stop up here too. Like I said, I'm going to go in on my evals here, see if I can catch a dump ski. RTY showing some rejection here. Let's see if we can dump, man. ES is leaving. What are we looking for right now? What time is it? 11:32. Did we put a wick on that 30-minute? We did. All right, the drawings. Let's see if this 30-minute candle can expand for us and start taking out lows. All right. And how far was this? 1,000 would be right here. 29,637, 1 to 1. All right, let's see some volume here. You got to be aware of this previous weekly level here, but ES is already dumping, bro. So NASDAQ was a little weaker, remember? See if we can get a flush, like a free fall. So I'm watching here. We want to see RTY get up underneath 10 a.m. with a strong move, bro. Come on. It's not like let's not play around anymore. Oh, here we go, man. It shows that selling pressure, but I want to see a strong follow through, especially on the RTY, bro. Knowing that price failed to manipulate up here, price just taps into here and just sells again. Let's go ahead and breach these lows with a strong move. That way we know, all right, the move has begun. No more chop. You know what I mean? Let's go RTY. You can do it, bro. There you go. There you go. Just lead the way. Reach, breach, breach. Come on. Good job. Good job. Come on. Come on. And I'm really watching this RTY for this low, man. RTY takes this low, then that kind of sets the standard for, all right, take profits, bro. Dang, bro, I wish it would just dump so I don't feel like it could reverse on me right now. Look at ES go. How is ES in front of us? That's a good sign and a weird sign at the same time because ES was stronger all day, bro. Oh, that sucks. Unless we just completely just free fall on all three. Like yesterday was a blast off across the board. I'm hoping that's the same today, man, because I really wish I would have held yesterday. So I'm going to try to hold here today. Hold for full TP, man. Full 1K day here. Come on. Good speed. Let's finish this. Come on. Bless us with that nuke that wipes everything out. Where's RTY? It's approaching this low, guys, so be careful here. This is a good spot. Let's go. This is officially a bang. I'm going to start securing something, bro. Probably, yeah, it's a Friday. I've already banged this. Oh. See, as soon as you start talking about getting out, look what it wants to do. As soon as you start talking about getting out, look, he's like, all right, he's out, guys. Let's just rip it more, make him feel stupid. RTY, take that low yet? It's approaching. Let's go. Yeah, you don't have to hold this anymore if you don't want to. You can trail out at 500, 600, 700, whatever the case may be. Let's go. Thank you, Lord. That was beautiful. Oh my goodness. Keep going. RTY, what are you doing? Let's go. I'm out of this. RTY takes that low. Any pullbacks, guys, I'm out. Oh my goodness, this is a blessing. Look at it go. I'm out at 800. If it shows 800 flat, I'm out. All right, I'm out. I'm just out there. Let's go. Thank you, Lord. And there goes a lot of bread, guys. That was a massive trade for me. Whoa. Deep breaths. Thank you, Lord. And it's still going. This is what I said was going to happen, isn't it? Did I not say this was going to happen? It's going to bleed. Thankfully, it bled and we didn't get any drawdown again. How many points was that? How many points was that? I don't even know, bro. Where's my drawing tool? Did I erase it? Oh, it's over here. Right. How many points was that, bro? It might keep going. What's up with Bitcoin? I keep laughing at Bitcoin because it's just comical. 60K, not terrible. Not terrible. Oh my goodness. TP hit, SL break even. Yeah, this is a trade where if you're chilling, I wouldn't be surprised if this just keeps going, bro. Good trade. Yeah, good job, bro. Good job. Thanks, guys. That was excellent. It was just impressive how it really started to deliver right on time. Like I thought I missed it for a second, But the real delivery, like I said, it just happened off of this 15-minute body here. Thank you, Lord. That is a fat trade there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it's still going. Like I said, like, let me see how many points that was. We got in at 29,709. You see the difference in shorting the bottom versus shorting a continuation? There's times you're going to try to short like right here, and it's just not the right time. You just shorted the bottom of a pullback. Whereas I'm shorting and it keeps going. It's not a coincidence, right? It's a strategy behind what time is it and what is actually happening. This was a massive break of structure. This level right here. Oh, it's still going. Oh my goodness. I can't even be mad though. I can't even be mad, bro. Good job. Especially a good job holding runners. Good job if you held runners. My goodness. Let's go. How many points was TP1? So yeah, that was about 60 points. Yeah, I was going for 90. So basically 1R. Yeah, I got out at 800. Yeah. Put 1,000 on the board and I just took 800 just because it was like, why not? And the full TP goes about literally 90 points, exactly where I was anticipating it to go. No, it's a stupid pullback. All right, man. Actually, bro, I think this is the first week all year where we caught a banger Monday through Friday. Typically, I don't trade Mondays. And typically, we average maybe 2 trades a week. This week, we got 5 trades, and all 5 of them were without drawdown. This is beautiful, bro. Let me screenshot this. Drop it in the chat. About 60 points here across the NASDAQ. And after some commission and fees, I made about 770 bucks across my master account. So this is my trade today. And it could have been 1,000, but like I said, there's no reason for me to be greedy after how we just completely dismantled the markets this week. All right, so let me screenshot this, drop it in the chat. If you guys made any trades today, drop them in the Discord. Here's the Discord. If you want to be entered into giveaways, all you have to do is just post your trade recaps, screenshots in the Discord trading chat. And here's your Discord. Boom, boom, boom. Where's the Discord? Here it is. There you go. You guys already posting in there. Good job. Yeah. So here's the invite. I'll post it. If you guys are new, join the Discord. If you want to enter giveaways, we'll be giving away some accounts here shortly. Not today, but I want to say next week. Yeah, next week. So here's your link. Join the Discord. Post your trade recaps in the trader chat. And those are the guys that will be entered for the giveaways. I still don't know which account I would give away, but we'll see. Post your trades from today in the chat for entry in next week's giveaway. Perfect. Also, drop a like on the stream if you guys liked any of the action today. Let's go drop some W's, man.
W's in the shot.
Let's go, man.
W's in the shot.
That was a that was a blessing. I really think we got blessed because I'm like, it's risky, but the only thing that made me like it is what? RTY was still above 10 a.m. If we're bearish, RTY is going to get underneath here. And that should open the door for at least a 60 to 90 point dump. You know what I mean? That is fire. Here, let's go through the trades from this week. Let me do that. Look at these trades, and you tell me if we're on a roll or not. Stream tracker, there it is. Here, let me post this one first, and then I'll do that. Boom, boom. And then I'm also updating my stream next week as well. Me and Obi have been working on some updates for the stream. So stream's gonna look completely different. You just have to recognize my voice once you join in. It's gonna look so different. You're gonna be like, wow. Friday blessed us with a bang. Bless Friday vibes. Five for five. We'll count up the points here in a second. But this is a $4,000 week. Makes no sense. Like, come on. Come on, bro. You couldn't ask for better price action this week. All right, so here's I think I can just share my screen, display capture. Yeah, let's go display capture. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, display capture. Perfect. Boom, automatic. Yes. All right, here we go. So if I take my screen and I do this. I do this. All right, yeah. So you guys can just see the recaps from this week. No, I'm not upgrading, boy. Boy, if you don't hide those messages. All right, there you go. So where's Monday? What's today's date? So Monday was the 1st. Pull up Monday's trade, Monday, June 1st. This is our trade on Monday. This is our trade on Tuesday. Post your trades in the giveaway. Like I said, if you guys want free accounts, which I don't know why you wouldn't, just post your recaps in the Discord and the trader chat, and I will make a list of those names and we'll do a giveaway on stream, probably on Friday. Next week, let the week go through, let everyone get a chance to post, and then yeah. So wait, yeah, that was the 2nd. This was the 3rd. Short here. Beautiful. You see what I mean? Like, shorting the bottom and shorting a continuation are two completely different things. Like, this was a bottom. People tried to buy it here. What time do you notice it though? Look at where this manipulation happens. It's always around 10 a.m. That's why the power of 3 is what opens the door for these opportunities, right? Power of 3. Why would I short a bottom at 10 a.m.? You're an idiot. Why would I even think about shorting? Just wait for the retrace. Wait for the shift, right? You gave 10 a.m. a chance to try to go bullish. Instead, it respects bearish territory. And I think a lot of people on Instagram were talking about yeah, I remember this. Everyone was buying this. And I'm like, bro, I'm shorting it. The first clean setup I see. And here was the first clean entry. Right? That was Wednesday. So that's 3 for 3. This was yesterday. And I felt sad for getting out because this would have been a monster trade. Excuse me. Would have been a monster trade. And then today, I think we held it pretty decently here. Didn't want to be too greedy, right? So yeah, that's the trading week there in a nutshell. Hopefully everyone had a good week, man. Yeah, payout next week. Yeah, bro. Payouts have been rolling, bro. This is why I've been trying to update the stream, do giveaways for you guys to let you guys know that this is the time where you really want to be locked in your trading, bro. You want to find a way to have fun with it, find a way to be disciplined, of course, and then boom, you're chilling. All right. But on that note, guys, that is all for today. Like I said, look forward to some new things going on. Look forward to some new things going on the stream, and hopefully you guys are able to secure some type of gains on your prop accounts, you know? I'll catch you guys on Monday. Well, actually, let me check the news before I get out of here. I don't know if I'm trading Monday or not. Let's see. Forex Factory, Financial Juice. Yeah, there's no news on Monday, so that's probably going to kill the Monday idea. Yeah, nah. Monday. Monday, yeah, there's nothing big going on Monday, so I'll skip Monday. I'll be back on live Tuesday. But what a beautiful week. Flawless week.
Flawless victory.
And hopefully I'm gaining some respect from you guys. You know, I want you guys to, you know, put some respect on the stream, right? That's all I could ever ask. If anyone's talking about my stream, I just ask that they show respect, because I'm always going to show respect where respect is due, right? You'll never see me going against that. All right, so mission passed. Mission passed. We are in there, guys. I'm excited, man. We just took a payout yesterday, and we come back today with over $2,000, well, close to $2,000 across everything. Yeah, we're chilling. Actually, no, I take that back. 7 times, yeah, 2,800 bucks across the board. But you guys take care, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna try to find something here to do. My blood is pumping. But hopefully you guys enjoy your weekend, man. As always, you guys take care. Be blessed. Bless someone else. You know, be positive. Talk to God. All those things matter more than trading. All right. I'll catch you guys later.